Yo, I think that's what we need, right? We need like a Premier League, like a drill mix, but like just with the announcers.
Yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be a thing. I feel like it has to be a thing.
Probably.
It's
or
only
like
right.
a WWE type thing.
It's only right. We haven't even said hello to the people. It's been
yes. Hey, peoples.
Bro, it's been like what? Like, I don't want to call it a year, but it's been a year since we've done this.
It's already been a year in 2020. 2020 has already been a year.
Okay, relax. Like, January wasn't that long, even though
January felt long.
A lot of things happened in January, unfortunate things, striking things, but it is what it is. Good people, good people, good people, good people. We're here, Req Room, myself and definitely me. No YoungOsaka tonight, but it's A-okay. We're holding down the fort.
We got this.
Exactly. Jinx?
You owe me a soda.
Jinx?
You owe me a Miller draft.
Jinx? Oh. Listen, it's been a beautiful year. A lot of things happened I don't know whether to talk about last year or about like what's been happening recently.
I don't know. Maybe we should transition into 2020 since it's still fresh.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah, I feel like
Wait, before we even get into all that, yo, it is a beautiful time to be Asian in this day and age. It is a beautiful time to be African in this day and age. Like, we love to see it. Like, South American in this day and age. Like, music is flourishing. Mm-hmm. People are getting culturally woke. Like, Afro Nation is happening in Puerto Rico this year.
Yes, it is.
Are you going?
It might be a last minute thing. Maybe whoever can plug me in, I'll be there.
Listen, I think that needs to be a wave.
It needs to be a wave.
I think that needs to be a wave. Like, I might have to like have my phone blow up with like randoms telling me that I might potentially be the father of their children.
Daddy?
Hot take? I don't know yet, but we'll see. We'll see when that time comes.
I feel like festivals are taking over like everywhere. Like, every country is doing its thing, and it's actually attracting way more tourism as well. Like, music tourism is
like now more so than like before.
No, it's been happening before, but I find that it's like something that people are putting more of their
Emphasis
energy into
on?
and effort and emphasis on as well. So it's not just the EDM scene, because everyone knows about EDM festivals,
for sure,
but now Afro festivals and things like that. I think that it's important for the culture to push forward.
Yo, do we have any like Indian festivals? Like, when's the next like Bhangra festival?
Okay, so we call it a Mela.
Bella?
A Mela.
Mela?
And those have been happening for ages
Forever?
and ages. Yeah, like every village, every place has its thing in the summer where they showcase talent.
How come they don't have one in Toronto?
There's so many that happen in Toronto.
Really?
Well, actually not in Toronto, Brampton.
You see how quickly you see how quick?
Honestly, if you drive by Brampton, you'll see some Indian aunties and grandmas at a park throwing a mila out of the blue.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's the scene.
Fred, this is news to me. How come you ain't pulled, like, why you ain't pulled
I'm pretty
me
sure I
aside
probably have a video or Snapchat somewhere in my archives somewhere.
Yo, I think that needs to be a thing for like this summer.
Honestly, the parks in Brampton are popping in the summer though.
It's a Chinguzi wave?
It's a Chinguzi wave.
Yo, I'm into that. Listen, speaking of being on a wave, yo, your stories of late, I don't know what kind of juice you've been drinking, but dog, you're just going off on every blood clot thing. Like,
what are you talking about?
The other day you put up a poll about the dude who, like, the orange thing, the dating dude with the orange girl. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah. So like, I saw this post and I thought
I have to say I disagree with what your premise was, but like, explain it to them.
Okay, so basically this guy was raving about how the little things make girls happy, and how this girl told him that her favorite color is orange, and this man literally walked into the store, from what it sounded like, and he picked up anything and everything orange. Picked up Fanta, Reese's Pieces.
Right.
That's cool. And then roses. Okay, that's cool. But hand soap?
Yeah.
Orange hand. Just because it's our favorite color doesn't mean it's like you grab everything orange. It's like, it's still kind of thoughtless, because it's like, all right, just because, you just walked in and you just grabbed all that stuff. Like, the roses and the chocolate would have been enough to suffice, but to me it's just like, it's very suspect.
Suspect? Why is it suspect? That's not like, it's not thoughtful, it's suspect.
It's thoughtfully suspect.
It's thoughtfully suspect. This is, listen, in big 2020, you females have to like give us some breathing room, because you ain't letting us win with
sounded
nothing.
like she needed breathing room, because that's just too much.
What do you mean? Okay, so you're telling me if a man,
if I just met a man and I told him my favorite color is orange and he pulls up to my spot, oh, first of all, he told her to come over to his place for the stuff.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
I don't know. It just sounded like a trap.
It sounded like a trap.
Yeah. Sounded like he was just like trying to get some, you know what? I mean, oh man.
What are they, 18-year-olds? Like, goddamn, like these are grown adults. People got homes. What if he's a homebody and he doesn't want to be out?
He made her go to his house. Unless he paid for the Uber too. But.
Listen, if she pulled up to whatever the crib was, that's all on her. All he said was the pack is where it's going to be. That's all.
All I'm saying is the orange hand soap was just a little too much for my taste.
Nah.
I mean, it's handy now with the coronavirus, but...
I wasn't going to go there at any point in time in this, but, like, it is what it is. Peace to anyone who's suffering with coronavirus. Like, we hope you outlive it, please. Please, and don't spread it to nobody.
Yes,
Let's
please.
be sure to cover our mouths. Wipe our nose
and wash our hands.
Wash our hands. All
you know
that
what my biggest pet peeve is actually, despite any coronavirus or nothing?
What, like hygiene?
Hygiene and people not, when they have to sneeze or cough.
Yeah.
It's like, don't do, like, in your arm. Like,
no. You see?
Dab it. Like, why spread the germs?
Listen, not everyone has seen the Migos. So they don't know how to dab yet. I think we gotta go back to 2015.
You know what? It'd be cool if the Migos did a commercial.
Dab tutorials.
Yo, Migos should do a commercial like that.
I mean,
flu season.
Hey,
that actually sounds like a track too.
Flu season?
I don't know.
Are you gonna do a flu season track to this? Yo, Wavy, what's playing right now? What's playing right now? Fabio. You gonna do a flu season remix to this Flavio song?
Probably not.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna make a poll, but like, never mind. Whatever. But yo, like that post had me like, I was like, really? Like, this is the impression
a lot of people responded.
Got? A lot of people did respond. And a lot of people agreed with you.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing was like, dude went out of his way to like have this like cute gesture or whatever. I didn't take it as anything malicious, but I thought he was emphasizing the fact that like it was inexpensive, because yo, a lot of girls nowadays do expect expensive like gestures and things. Like,
I don't think that's every type of female. I guess that's attractive.
Listen, I'm not generalizing and saying every girl. I said a lot, which is true, which is definitely true.
I don't know. I don't speak for those type of females, so
hey, clearly, because you were on some next ish with that one.
Listen, I was just
that was a whole saga. I was going through that story like, yo, what? But it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean,
it is what it is.
It's funny too, because orange is my favorite color, and I think I was wearing orange in the video, so a lot of shade was being thrown.
Wearing orange today. I don't know about all that, but yo.
I mean, if you bought orange like kicks, an orange Birkin bag, I mean, I probably wouldn't complain.
Bruh, an orange Birkin bag, 20 stacks on a bag, please. What did you do to earn it?
I have.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
Definitely me.
Oh yeah. Let's plug the handle in there as well, because definitely, right? We have to. We have to.
Definitely me.
We have to. Did you see the Drake interview that he did with Rap Radar, or was it Rap Radar? It was Rap Radar.
Nah, but do you want to give me the synopsis?
The shake on it?
Yeah.
Low-key, I think he I think he set it up himself. Like, they did it in his crib and all that stuff. So the questions were really insightful in a way, but it was very like safe for Drake, which I thought was like mad interesting. I thought like if you were gonna give us an interview on this kind of tip, like you should have just.
What kind of tip was it? Like, what was he talking about?
Like everything. His beef with Pusha T. Mm-hmm. That whole scenario that happened.
I feel like that was a whole PR stunt.
Yeah, man, you gotta like clean up your image after that.
Yeah.
But like Drake is at a level where he's so untouchable. Like, this guy clapped a stripper, had a son.
There's a reason why people call him Sixth God.
Why?
He can get away with anything he wants.
Man, I don't know if that's like really godlike, but whatever. Like, but you know, I think we gotta adjust that definition.
Hey, I don't make these definitions.
Really?
Word on social media, word on the block, word on the wherever people talk about Drake, the bathroom.
You lost me with that one. The bathroom talk, no. But I thought it was mad interesting. The one thing that like, and we touched on this in episode 1 about like his influence in music and whatnot, and how like everything he touches, it almost puts that thing on for everybody else. He was elaborating on the fact that like he's been doing Afro beats, and people in Afro beats, like, they respect him. Now we see him doing a little bit of ballet funk with I can't even remember the name of that artist, but
I wish I knew.
You've never heard it?
No.
We'll plug it in wherever we can plug it in, y'all.
But fun fact, like, I honestly don't really listen to much Drake.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I used to only listen to him like before he popped off, like early 2000s, you know.
Saying that the Trey Songz era.
Yes.
Drake.
That time. But now, I don't know. I don't really vibe with the whole mainstream stuff, you know. I don't know.
Really? What are you listening to right now?
Right now, I've been just listening to more of, honestly, Atlanta rappers.
That's hella mainstream.
But not really. But not mainstream ones, like
mainstream,
SG Tip.
and then you tell me Atlanta rappers.
Okay, but like not mainstream Atlanta rappers. Like some that are still coming up.
Listen, Atlanta itself is a whole country on its own by now. Everything coming out of there is mainstream.
It's a mecca. It is a mecca.
What?
I gotta give it to them. They're doing something right. They've been doing something right.
Man, when are we going to Atlanta?
Actually, I was thinking March 1. Actually,
you know what? Let's keep that out.
We'll figure that out
in case employers are watching. But yeah.
But back to what you're saying about Drake and anybody like being near him and like he kind of puts him on. I've noticed that, and I sometimes find that you got to be careful with the kind of people you're surrounding yourself with and putting on, because a lot of the times I don't feel like certain people deserve that kind of attention, and that attention attracts like even more negativity, and then it kind of sets the tone for like what the music scene is kind of looking like, or
right.
You're putting the face of these emerging artists when we have all these other talented artists that should be under that kind of spotlight, but they're not getting that type of recognition.
I suppose so. But his whole thing, it was more like about the genre, less about the artist, which I found like super interesting, because like it sucks when like it's just one popular person or whatever the case is who's like that image or that face of what's like almost socially and culturally relevant during our time, which is crazy to think like what a man like Drake has that much influence, and he just so happens to be a light skin that has waste man tendencies, like bruh. That's heartbreaking, but it is what it is. Like, this is just the setup of the world.
It is,
you know what I mean? But it's like, it's really real, the fact that he has that kind of power and influence, and it's like, yo,
he's not the only one though. I feel like there's like social media platforms out there from the city of Toronto that have a good amount of followers, and like they can kind of like brand the city in a way too and put some artists on, but they still choose to put certain content pieces out that don't really align, and it just makes me like literally scratch my head like,
you shooting shots because it's only like it's only like 3 that exist.
Yeah, but that's still the 3 that do exist. It's like step up, you know, for your city. Like, actually, like you're a powerful like platform. Like, you can do so much better for your city, but you're choosing to dabble into and give attention to like all the wrong things, and it's just like it gets tiring after some time, you know. It's like, for once, put up an artist that actually has lyrical flow, some dope production. Like, shout out some real people. Like, that's why everyone's always like Toronto rap is trash, because no one's seeing the real Toronto rappers, the ones that are actually talented, because they're not getting that type of attention. Right. And that's where I have a problem.
The disconnect is?
Yeah.
I mean, yo, you look at places like, we love talking about ATL, but it's like, it's hard not to, because their infrastructure is so sick. And like, everybody coming from there, they might not necessarily have, you know, that social media following or whatever, but they still get like a little bit of buzz in whatever it is that they're doing, and I find that super interesting. Like, it doesn't even matter if you have 100 followers, if you're doing music or whatever, people are willing to put you on.
And I'm finding that a lot of the people that have popped off over the last year or so too is like, they've only put out like 1 single, 2 singles or whatever, and it's just been like
not a lot of work.
No, and just been pushing their communities, their followers, and I think that's where it starts, is with your audience, right? Your fan base. And it's just like, I'd rather have 10 loyal like fans that are gonna like push word of mouth than have like 100 followers on Instagram that are just there because they're just there.
Because they're just there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like that to me has no value. At the end of the day, it's quality over quantity, no matter what it is.
I mean, we were just talking to homie Juan about like all that stuff, like what, not even 20 minutes ago, before we started recording, about like not being able to quantify potential and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like people just got to take a chance on someone they see that might have that star power and try and build them up. But that doesn't really happen in Toronto.
No, I find
like, people
that
just want to wait until you're up.
Yeah, they want to see the numbers, and it's like half the time these people, those followers aren't real. You know how many bots and programs there are out there with like
shots fired?
So many of them, and I notice it on the daily. So when I'm posting these questions on my Instagram story, and I have people,
you get bots replying.
Yo, I have this like group of singers. I'm not gonna, put them on blast, but come on, man, you gotta change your like the gang, moonlights, whatever, like emoji to something else. Like you can't be responding to every story post saying gang. Like it's a bot.
Nah.
Yeah. That's
yo, imagine being 30 years old, replying to people's stories saying gang. Like that, come on.
It's so corny.
Come on.
I just want to block. Actually, I just block these people.
Yo, listen.
They don't deserve it.
You got to do what you got to do at the end of the day.
Yo, 2020.
Bruh. Yo, Wavy cutting up. Look at him. He got the little bounce in the back and all that too. His fade is looking like a 1.5 going down. Like, I like that. I like that. Shit. You guys will be able to hear his mix a little bit later.
But back to that topic too, just like with artist development in itself. So I find that a lot of people are looking for artists nowadays that have that following and just have
right out the gate
and then have all these plays. But it's like sometimes the most talented people may not necessarily have all of that, but with the right amount of like attention and curation and some love, these people have the potential to be
pretty
at that
much
level.
real development.
Yeah, real development.
Do you think that's missing in the industry right now?
Absolutely. I absolutely think that's missing right now, because a lot of
people just don't know how to develop like artists anymore, because a lot of artists kind of have their like a grasp on how to be their own marketers because of the way social media is set up.
I think it's not only that, but I feel like there's this whole idea of overnight success that keeps like lingering around, because you see people like Lil Nas X that like he put out
of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere, right?
Nowhere.
Old Town Road, boom. Billie Eilish, boom. Like all these like people popping off.
Billie Eilish, really? She's been writing for a hot minute though.
She's been writing, but she's been singing. But I'm just saying, she still got like label push. Like
yeah.
But I'm talking about people like you and I. Like if I'm dealing with an emerging artist from the city,
right?
I'm finding that you need a team behind you. People that are going to believe in you and help you in order to put you on. But that
you feel
process,
like we still need like a level of corporatism. Yeah, like you still need a couple connects in super high places for certain things to
I think you need a network for sure, but it's more than just that. You need a team, man.
Yeah?
A collaboration is everything.
Talk about the importance of a team.
The importance of a team?
Yeah.
You can't put all the weight yourself. Have you played a soccer game by yourself?
I mean, if I felt lonely.
Okay, but like you can't win without a team. That goes in anything. Like
you
can't win without a team. So like when it comes to music, you're gonna need someone to ride with you to be able to do your graphics and content creation. Doesn't necessarily mean as an emerging artist right away that you need a manager, but you still need people that are gonna support you.
Exactly.
And it doesn't have to be even just like people in the industry. It could be just your friends, your peers, your family members. You know, that's important too, because mental health plays a big part of the artist development as well. People don't realize that.
We've seen a lot of that last year.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of that last year. People just like losing it completely.
And they're struggling too. Like we live in a time and age, especially in Toronto for emerging artists too. It's expensive living out here, you know?
Yeah. It's only getting worse.
To work minimum wage or be in school still and try to pursue your career as a producer, an engineer, a singer, a songwriter, whatever.
Yo, before I even let you continue, producers, stop making beats, stop engineering shit for $25. Like, bro, what? Huh? Why? Like, I will never understand going online, because you already know Instagram is my go-to social media.
Yes, mine too.
I can't do Facebook. Twitter is toxic as hell. Nobody could tell me
I
otherwise.
love Twitter culture.
Of course you like, I love Twitter culture. Yeah, you're one of those. No, I'm not with Twitter. I can't do, what else is there?
I don't even want to get into TikTok.
I cannot do TikTok.
I'm sorry, it's a ripoff of Vine, and I'm loyal to Vine still. Bring back Vine 2020.
Vine is dead and it's not coming back. It's been revived as TikTok. Anyway, point being, I'm not on any other social media, mainly except for Instagram. And I cannot tell you guys how many countless posts I'll come across of people doing like beat packages or engineering fucking sales and shit every fucking day for goddamn $10 for like 50 songs. But why do you think that is? And it's like, yo, why is that?
Yeah, why do you think that is?
I mean, it's artists don't want to pay. People just don't want to pay for the services, and it's like, yo, if we're trying to grow this like community and make it something substantial and worthwhile, we're gonna have to make sure that the money in the paper is right for everybody, like
for sure,
from top to bottom. Like, there's no like what I've literally seen on the subway. I'm not even gonna joke to you. An artist, and I'm assuming who was sitting with him was his engineer, either his engineer or his producer. And he's like trying to finagle him on the price, and dude's like, yo, like I've been waiting for you to pay me for the last one. Like, what do you mean I can't like adjust my price? And he's really getting at him, and I'm like, bro, like, first off, this is bad business. Secondly, you're decked out in all this like different kind of designer gear, and you're really trying to ask for like discounts and shit. Like, dog.
Something's not adding up.
Something's not adding up. Like, this isn't Orpheus Road. Like, what discounts are you looking for here? Like, bro,
go to the flea market.
That is
Dr.
not
Phil's.
it. That is not it. Like,
wait, Dr. Fleas.
Dr. Yeah. the one right by our ends by Westmore. Yikes.
That's been there for a hot minute.
Oh, forever.
But honestly, though, I feel like people need to be taking this industry a little bit more serious too. I feel like at times that people don't recognize the value that they have to offer, and how you carry yourself in this industry is important too. If you are a producer, own that. If you're a manager, own that.
Yeah.
But also set yourself up for success as well. So like, whether that means some paperwork, and I think majority of the time people get worried because like, oh, it's gonna kill the process of the art or whatever. But there's been like situations where like people have worked on music together collaboratively. You have songwriters, producers, a live musician, whatever, and then you're talking about splits, but it's like,
bruh,
you want to release a song now, but no one talked about it at the time that the session was happening. And then you run into this dilemma where it's like,
there's no buzz behind it.
There's no like written history of who did what.
Exactly.
And no one signed off on it. And now it's people, fighting. Hopefully not, but like,
how many times have you seen that?
It's pretty common.
Yeah?
It's pretty common. Like, it becomes really stressful.
Because you be with artists a lot.
Pardon?
Because you be with artists a lot.
Yeah. And I just think that that's something that you can, set yourself up for success. Like, go into the studio with an agenda of like what you plan on doing in that session. Like, let your producer know, like, yo, this is what it is. And just by the end of it, if you have an A&R manager, whoever's in the room, or even the third person that's not even, they don't even have a title.
Exactly.
Just somebody to just take notes and just like,
top striker in the Premier League. Premier League? Is that Che Wavy?
Sounds like it, yeah. What up, Che?
Oh.
Hey.
Listen.
All right, mate.